Hey, greetings. Rob Braun, day two here. Today I am recording from beautiful downtown Bakersfield. Drove up this morning serving a client, so away from home today. And what I thought I wanted to start with is really talk about a prevailing belief that I've got that I've just lived with my whole life, and I have greater and greater understanding of it as far as me and you getting what we're going after in life. Now, one of the things I want to caution you about, and that is resting on any laurels, resting on any areas that you're having success at. And I have to watch that for myself. And knowing that that's not enough to cover up for the other areas that I'm either not going for, not striving for, not taking risks in, and moving forward with that. I was listening to an essay today by Emerson, Ralph Waldo Emerson, all right, and written over 100 years ago, and it's crazy how relevant today it is. And it's entitled Self-Reliance. And the curious thing is, as I'm listening to it on audible.com and looking at the description, they describe it as a perfect essay for a young adult or college student who hasn't made their way out there in the world yet. And I read, then I went, are you kidding me? I don't know an adult that can't benefit from this, because we're all living somewhere short of what we're capable and what we desire to be doing. My belief is that we allow stories, and you've heard me talk about this before, stories, limiting beliefs, judgments about ourselves, stuff that happened to us that we internalize and let define us. And it can be anything. It could be something that we were brought up with as a kid and got drilled in here. You know, you can't, or you won't, or we don't, or whatever that is. And we bought into it. Or it can also be the things that happen in life. It can be loss. It can be the times when life just knocks the crap out of us, and we create some kind of story around that. I had a really bad marriage, and the marriage went bad, and so now every man or every woman or every relationship, I've got it all tainted. And I don't move forward, and I use that as my excuse. And the reason I get away with using that as my excuse is because everyone around me accepts it. If I accept your excuse, you'll accept mine. And then I've got a great reason for living my life something shorter than what it was. Now, we don't talk about this, we just comfort ourselves in that. We settle and we say, this was the best I could do, and I gave it a good run. Well, the truth is, most of us didn't, and we're not giving our greatest run. We're falling short. And this isn't accusatory, and yet it is. What I'm saying is, any area in my life that I'm not fully going for it, when I have these ideas, and by the way, the idea that I had for what I'm going to be sharing with you later this week, that was a typical thing that I would think about, get excited about, and talk to nobody about. It's like in the movie The Grinch Who Stole Christmas, when the character says, solve world hunger, tell no one. So that was my MO. I would have all these ideas and I would do nothing about it. And I would get busy and overwhelmed and have successes in other areas. And I've got family, and I've got business, and I've got other things that I'm doing. And I softened the blow of letting myself down over this really crazy cool idea that I had with all the other stuff. And the truth is, there was something genius about the idea that I had. And you have genius in you. You have these fleeting moments where you have these ideas that are wacky, they're nutty. There's a part of you wants to do something about it, and there's another bigger part of you that's scared shitless. And what you do is you don't tell somebody, or you let it fade. And one of the ways that we protect ourselves is we forget. If I don't have to remember all the ways that I have forgotten that I could have been doing or wanted to do, and whatever it is for you. Maybe you want to sing on stage. Maybe you want to create art. Maybe you want to change your career entirely. Maybe you want to give to the Peace Corps, but you wouldn't dare do it now because you've got responsibilities, you've got a mortgage, you've got people depending on you, and you've let those things go, whatever that is. So what I'm here to share with you is it's time to bring that stuff back to life again. It's time to juice it up. It's time to talk about it. It's time to dare to dream about it again. And if you say you've met all your dreams, I'm saying you're lying to yourself. And this isn't me trying to coerce you into anything. It's me trying to shake you up and say, there are things that you're letting go, that you're allowing to pass you by, and you've only got this much time left on the planet. That's it. I don't know how long that is. It's 4 days or 40 years. But whatever it is limited. And one day you and I are going to stop breathing or get close to that point, and we're going to reflect back. And I still, to this day, all I can think about sometimes is how fucking regretful I'm gonna feel when I look back and I didn't go for it. I just feel that pain inside. I want to cry right now. I don't want you feeling that, and I don't want to feel that in my life. And so I want you to consider that it's time to stir that stuff back up again. Go to your go-to person. One of my go-to people in my life is Charles. Anybody who knows Charles Musselwhite, he's one of my go-to people. And yeah, we've done business together and all that. He's also a great friend that when I don't want to let something go and I'm scared about it because I don't know how this thing is going to turn out, I call Charles and I say, I got to talk to you. I got to give voice to this. I've got another friend like that out in Tucson, and sometimes I just give him a call and I go, I got to give voice to this because I need someone to say either that I'm not crazy or, yeah, Rob, you are crazy. That's awesome. Whatever that is. I don't want to let it go, and I don't want to regret. I don't want you to regret. So my invitation for you today, as I'm kind of airing myself out this week, is to take a look at those things that you've thought about. Or maybe you've got a book that's unwritten, or maybe it is written and it's unpublished. It's what you call 90% complete. I got one of those, and I cannot allow this year to go by without me hitting publish. Cannot. I'll be pissed, and I'm not going to allow that to happen. So now's the time to start stirring that stuff back up. You don't need to do anything else. You don't need to commit. You can still be scared about it, but dust it off. Talk about it. Dream about it again. Dig your journals out. Dig your artwork out. Dig that little to-do list, that bucket list thing out there. And there's things on there that are kind of easy to do, but there's a couple down there that scare the crap out of you, or the ones that you really want but nobody would understand. By the way, one of the things that Emerson says is understanding. No, he says misunderstanding. Being misunderstood is one of the first steps to greatness. So on your way to greatness, if people don't understand you, go, awesome. Maybe I'm on my way to greatness because I'm not feeling understood. It's okay. So dig it back out, dust it off, stir it up, talk about it, dream about it. It's time to do something about it. And you don't have to do something right now because I don't want to scare you too bad, but it's time. It's time. It's time. Like it was time yesterday for me to get back out here. All right, so this is Rob Braun. It's day 2. Dust off that stuff that you want, that you desire, you've been thinking about, you dream about, you taste, and you know that you're not going to be satisfied if your life comes to an end and you didn't go for it. It's time now to start thinking about your greatness. Rob Braun signing out. Join me again tomorrow. Bye-bye. Oh, by the way, love the comments, love the likes, love that you're watching the video. And by the way, if anyone's got any advice on how to have this thing not be grainy, I've got this bitchin' iPhone 6 Plus, and my other iPhone, it wasn't a grainy video, it was high definition. So if you've got some advice on how I can HD this baby, let me know. With that, have an awesome, awesome evening, and dare to dream up again. Want to hear from you. All right, bye-bye.